loves to spend time in the outdoors, hiking, canoeing, and exploring nature with her husband Tim, her son Ben, and their beloved pug, Daisy May. Please welcome Lorie McDonald.
Thank you. My piece is entitled The Lifeline. You never know how you will react to a situation until you're in the thick of it. Watching my Oma's life slowly waste away was extremely painful. Tremors and Alzheimer's disease brought forth a series of events that slowly chipped away at her dignity and diminished her quality of life. Every day I cared for her, I thought, it can't get any worse. And the next day would prove me wrong. Word came that she was rushed to the hospital. As I whipped around the corner, my sights fell on two nurses in the hall, bitching about a difficult old woman who wouldn't eat. Their contemptuous words spit fast from their frustrated lips. They didn't know the beloved old woman was my Oma. They should have known that her disease took away her ability to swallow. Flames of anger laced my words as I reminded them and set them straight. The following week, we celebrated her birthday. I brought her balloons, held her hand, and I swear I felt her fingers stir, and a faint smile crept across her lips when I sang to her in German, her first language. She still remembered that, but her eyes never opened. 2 days later, the call came, "You should come to the hospital right away." The sight of her small frame took me by surprise, and as I stepped closer, I felt the blood run from my body. I was stunned. I crawled into bed next to her and held her. I stroked her hair and sang to her in German, and I squeezed my eyes shut to press the vision of her contorted face as her life slowly slipped away. Hours passed and I refused to leave. Her greatest fear in life was to be alone. She passed at 4 a.m. The hospice nurse came in. I looked up at her, and my eyes searched hers for direction. Pools of sorrow awash with a painful mixture of relief, fear, grief, and anger. They begged her to tell me what to do. She reached out to me, and her arms drew me in. I was lost at sea, and she was my lifeline pulling me back to shore. She held me the way a grandmother does, soft, firm, with a sweet smell of perfume that reminds you that you're safe, that she's here. And I cried. She held me, just held me, and I cried. No words, just raw emotion that poured from me like cool water rushing out of a pitcher. And when I was done, I felt empty and hollow, but relieved. I don't remember her name, and at that moment, my gratitude seemed small compared to my sorrow. But as time has passed, I've realized that in that moment, her simple expression of sympathy, the act of listening, wholly, and providing me with a safe way to grieve, was the most gracious thing a person has ever done for me, and I am eternally grateful.
Thank you, Lorie. That was beautiful. Our